I'm Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my workbook series, The Knowledge, will help you make changes like you've never made before. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about she's chasing me, but she's canceling dates. You know, it's interesting how when you first start to pursue somebody or you show interest in dating somebody new, it's very delicate, that line of pursuing, but pursuing too hard. Because if you're pursuing too hard, you're going to look desperate. You look too eager. It looks like you're basically, giving your value away to somebody that you don't really know. The healthy thing to do, and the most secure people in the world, take their time getting to know somebody. And while they may have that intense reaction and those feelings of, I've never felt like this before, they also balance it with, but I also don't know this person and I have to take my time getting to know them. Because those attachment issues don't usually show up right away. And so avoidance, don't look very avoidant in the beginning. And people that have more anxious attachment style, they tend to be a little bit more avoidant in the beginning and then clingy when they get more attached. So just understand that people act very differently at the onset of a relationship. And this is why a lot of people get hooked on people that are like narcissists or dismissive avoidance, and people that are more toxic because they often love bomb you and they make you feel so great and so amazing and so wonderful. And they feel so great, but then you really get to know them and the toxic stuff starts to come out. And you realize that it really isn't even about you. How they said you were so wonderful and great and amazing, they wanted to marry you and have kids with you, and all those things they said in the beginning, it's not really you that they were saying it about. In a sense, it was you, but because they don't really know you and they don't know your attachment issues and how you really are in the long-term relationship, it's kind of like the fantasy version of you. Okay, so you always have to be careful with pursuing and people showing interest. The longer you take your time and realize who they are and what their struggles are and maybe their unhealthy behaviors are, the more you're going to say, well, I still love them despite them not being able to regulate their emotions. It's okay that we have all these intense feelings about somebody new and that we feel so great and so amazing and we like them so much and we feel so strong towards them and it's just a strong attraction. Mother Nature wants us to be like that. You just have to be careful, okay? And if you're not aware of your attachment issues, those things are going to come out really fast, okay? When you're insecure, you're going to start to do insecure things, okay? Like if you have low self-esteem, you're really going to over-pursue. You're going to say, particularly men with women that are coming on too strong, oh, you're so wonderful, you're so beautiful, you're so amazing. But the woman, she's got her guard up because she's thinking, well, you don't really know who I am yet. And sometimes guys are telling women they want to marry them when they've only talked on the phone a couple of times and, just too aggressive. So you got to be careful in your approach. You want to go slow and steady. You want to show a woman that you're interested, but you also want to take your time to get to know her and see if she's a good fit for you. And I got an interesting email coaching today from a guy in his late 40s who is dating a new woman that he works with, let's just say at the same place. It's a small company. And it's interesting because she keeps canceling dates, but she keeps chasing after him. So some mixed messages going on here. All right. So this woman is in her mid-30s. And he said, because of our busy schedules, we were not able to get together until about a month ago. She has 2 kids. Let's say they're a little bit older. and also lives with her mother. Okay, so think about that living situation. You got 2 kids. Let's just say they're in middle to high school range, and they're living with mom, grandma. Very complicated, right? Especially if your mom is nosy and always in their business. You never know. He says, I made a date for dinner about a week in advance, and 5 minutes before I was scheduled to pick her up, she texted and said she could not find a sitter for her 2 kids, and could she get a rain check for the date? All right, this is rough. I have some empathy for her, not being able to find a sitter. I will say, that the kids are a bit older. I'm not sure if they even need a sitter at these ages. And grandma is there. She can't watch them. But ultimately, 5 minutes before he's supposed to pick her up, wouldn't she assume he's in the car almost at her house? So to me, that's disrespectful and it's rude. And if she had to cancel the date because of that, she could have done it sooner. Give you an hour or something, but not 5 minutes away. She had to know, or at least suspect, and say, hey, I might not be able to get a sitter. I'm sorry. I'm just waiting on this one last person. If they cancel, I'll let you know. I'm so sorry. Or if you need to do it another day, I totally understand. Something like that. But we're going to see it's going to be a pattern with this woman. I just responded with, okay. So he was a little dry there. He's probably aggravated. She asked if we could reschedule for Monday since we were both off, and I agreed. In the same conversation, she asked about my plans for later that night and if we could hang out. Now, I'm not sure if this is the same day or not, because it kind of comes across like it was the same day, but I don't know if this was a different day. Because it's odd, it's really odd if it's the same day she couldn't get a sitter and now all of a sudden she can see you later that night. I invited her over to my place and we conversed and kissed passionately. She informed me that she and the children were living with her divorced mother. Okay, so I'm not sure if it was the same night of that date, but she comes over relatively soon after that date if it wasn't that same day. The relationship with him has always been stressful. She states that the last relationship she was in ended with the guy stalking her and a restraining order being issued. Yeah, guys, dating is scary. There are a lot of people out there with serious mental health issues, and it's not like they're going to just show up to your house with their mugshot. Okay, so you have to be very careful, because then you're going to have to get police involved if you don't take your time getting to know people. Overall, the night ended well with her texting me, letting me know she had made it home. This was a Friday night. On Saturday, she texted me thanking me for letting her download on me. Okay, I guess talk about her problems. I didn't call or text her prior to our scheduled date on Monday. On Monday, I got a text message from her stating she was on her way home from a dental appointment that was scheduled for the morning for her daughter. Our date was scheduled for 2 p.m. and it was around 1:45 p.m. This is the second time, 15 minutes before the date. What is going on with this woman? Why is she so selfish? Is she this selfish, or is she just this disorganized with her life that she's not planning? But it tells you, like, if she was more excited about these dates, she's not going to tell you 5 minutes before or 15 minutes before. She's going to communicate like an adult and let you know what's going on. But it's very callous of somebody and disrespectful for them to think that your time is that unimportant, right? That, they could just cancel 5 minutes or 15 minutes beforehand. So I find it rude. I waited a few minutes and just said, okay, nothing more. So he's being dry again. I guess he wasn't ready to confront the situation or say something to her about it. They do work together, so maybe he wanted to say something to her there. The next day, she came by my office and we kissed. And I didn't say anything about the previous day. I just kept the conversation short and casual. I think you could have said, look, if you have to cancel, just let me know ahead of time, 5 minutes beforehand or 15 minutes ahead of time. Like, that's not polite. Like, I understand if things come up, but you got to give me some time here, not when I'm almost at your house or about to walk out the door. She came by my office again on Wednesday. We talked and kissed passionately. So she's definitely romantically attracted to you. She feels that physical connection. But is she going to be a responsible adult? I don't know. I don't know yet. And you don't know yet either. After we departed from work, she texted and came over to my place. We talked and made love for the first time. Now look at this. What he's done well here is he hasn't freaked out when she's canceled the dates. He just said okay. I might have said a little bit more, but I'd rather you say okay than blow up at her and get all upset, because sometimes women are just testing a guy to see, does he lose emotional self-control? Does he get angry? Does he lash out if she says I'm canceling plans or something? So I don't want you to make a big deal about it. It's just rude to do it so soon before a date. She made it a point to come by my area at work again, and we kissed passionately. On Wednesday of the following week, she asked if she could come by my place around 7:30 at night. Okay, what do you guys think? So far, she hasn't shown up to any dates on time. Randomly popping over to his office or stopping by his house, she does. But does she actually come for a date that's scheduled? All right, she's saying she wants to come by his house around 7:30 at night. 2.5 hours later, 9:45, she texted stating that she had lost track of time due to helping her daughter. Come on. This woman isn't putting your time as a priority. And for you, you got to back off on where you think this is going. You can enjoy hanging out and seeing where it goes, but until she acts like a mature adult and shows that she respects your time and respects you, I'd be very careful with proceeding in anything more than just casual, right? I didn't respond to that text at all. I was in bed. Yeah, you were in bed sulking, probably aggravated, which you have a right to be annoyed. I mean, she keeps canceling. This is the third time. Last week, she came by to see me every day. This woman is pursuing you at her pace. I don't think you have to do anything here. What's the point of even asking this woman on a date? She just cancels 5 minutes beforehand. But if you just leave her alone, apparently she's going to do all the work. She's showing up at your office. She's coming by. She's saying, hey, I want to come over tonight. You don't really have to do any work here. Every time you schedule something, it goes poorly. I think you should just say with this particular woman, hey, anytime you want to get together and come by, give me a text. Maybe I'll be home. In this particular situation, I think it'd probably work with her. I mentioned to her about the 3 flawed scheduled dates and how I will not waste time on her or anyone who doesn't value my time. Okay, so now you kind of blew up at her, and I get it, but at this point you already saw what was working. Letting her do all the work was working. And if you just let her do that, I think she would have continued to do it. We're scheduled to spend the first weekend of May together. All right, I don't know what happened with that. She's working the next couple of weekends. She was texting me a few times daily. I didn't want to decrease the attraction level by over-texting, so I kept my responses short and sometimes waited or didn't respond at all. Okay, well, we want you to respond. Don't just ignore her. She's being romantically active with you. She's basically chasing you. She's blowing up your phone. She's stopping by your work. I mean, I don't like the fact that she's canceling dates the way that she is, but I do like her high interest level in other ways. It's just that, if you're going to take this to the next level or get serious with her, you need to see that she is more respectful and that you can count on her, and she's just not, living this flighty disaster life where everything is willy-nilly and up in the air, because that'll just be frustrating. But as far as hanging out with her, she's doing all the work. He says, now she is texting about every couple of days. Did I blow this? Well, okay. I think you may have just got a little too upset on that third date or the third time where you kind of blew up at her. It's not too bad because she was being disrespectful. But at this point, it's like you know how she operates. She's going to chase you. She's going to keep coming by your office, keep making out with you, and keep coming over when she can. And so what she's probably doing is she's busy at home with the mom and the kids, and she feels like, oh, if I can get out and sneak out for a couple hours tonight, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go over to your house. But for you, you don't have kids, you're at home, you're waiting to see her, you're looking forward to your date, and she's constantly canceling. So I don't think she's realizing the impact it's having on you. Craig, how do I handle her coming by my office daily to be near me and talking to me? As long as she wants romance, let her keep doing it. I would. There's no reason not to. Enjoy it. Let her chase you. In fact, I would just say, hey, look, it seems like your schedule is really busy and always up in the air. So if you want to see me, just text me or call me, and if I'm free, we could get together. And I think that's what I would do with her. Because when you set the dates, it doesn't go well. But when she does, she's coming over and she's chasing you. Okay. Would this have a negative impact on her attraction level if I allowed her to happen so soon? I think you mean coming over to the office to see you? No, I don't see that at all. Anyway, I feel that if she really wanted to see me, she would do it after work. Am I correct to respond slowly to her text messages or not respond at all? It's okay if you respond slowly, but I wouldn't just not respond. There's no reason to ignore her. If you ignore her, she's eventually going to stop, right? And this woman is chasing you. She's coming by the office and making out with you, and clearly there's a strong attraction level here. Should I apologize? I really need some advice. I don't know how to handle this. Well, I don't think you have anything to apologize for. I mean, you maybe had a little bit of a blow up, getting a little upset on canceling the dates. But other than that, no, you don't have anything to apologize for. You were the one trying to set fun dates to see her and have a good time with her and you know, take her out and have fun. So I don't think you need to apologize. I would just let her keep coming by the office. Let her keep coming by, make out with her, have a great time. And just say, hey, you know, I know your schedule's crazy. Let me know when you want to see me. And that's what I would do with this particular woman, is just let her continue to reach out, chase you. You don't have to do anything. Or if she texts you, you just maybe say, hey, when do you want to get together? What's up? How you doing? You want to get together? Just kind of assume she wants to see you. But with her, and maybe it's because of the kids and the mom and her schedule is just too busy, it seems like setting definite dates and times aside for you has been a challenge. However, she's actively pursuing you almost on a daily basis, and let her keep doing that. Don't shut her down. Let her keep doing it. Keep taking her out. Keep having fun with her. And just let her schedule the plans. Now, like I said, until you can see that she's going to be responsible and thoughtful of your time, I wouldn't get involved with her. But I would enjoy casually hanging out and having fun and seeing where it goes until then. So that's what I think about this situation. I think she'll keep chasing you if you let her, and there's nothing wrong with that, because that just means she has a high interest. But that's it for this video. Of course, if you want to get my help personally, you can do that on my website, askcraig.net. I do email coaching and I do Skype. You can also get my workbooks and my creative healing course there. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.